Hi, this is Serenity here. I'm just here to talk quickly about the new changes, and I hope that this video ends up getting to the devs somehow, because I want to explain to them, I think one of the biggest reasons why this patch is not really a great patch is, to put it the nicest way possible. Um, the idea of unique and stylish combos, which was highlighted by one of their patch notes, or it was something that they stated that they wanted with these changes, uh, that is completely gone actually. There is no reason to do unique and stylish combos. I would say that we had unique and stylish combos before, or at the very least we had combos that looked interesting that you could do, and they weren't necessarily the easiest things to do. Um, or even if they were easy, the combos that we currently have are even easier. And I'm going to demonstrate that now actually. So the first thing I'm demonstrating is actually a witch combo. Now my witch is only level 4, it's not maxed out. I don't use witch that often, but I was just looking at this. So there was a combo last season, and it's existed previously, where you can just spam fireball. And as you can tell, it doesn't use that much stamina. And let's see how much damage this does on a hammer AI before the combat limit meter kicks in. Alright, so that did, it almost looked like it did around 9,000 damage or something. I don't actually know why the combo limit didn't kick in. I think it would have. I might have been a bit late on it, but it would have kicked in by the second one. So it did around 9,000 to 9,500 damage, as you saw there on the left side. And now I'm going to try to do a regular witch combo. Now again, I'm not proficient with witch. I don't even know if this is actually an optimal combo to do, but it is a combo that I've seen before, so I just want to see how much damage this does in comparison. Okay, so that did around 9,186 damage, which was exactly, if not just a little bit more than what I did just from doing R&B spam. So then the question becomes, why would I ever try to attempt doing a complicated combo like that required me to use 2 of my skills, use 3 of my mana bars, or 3 ticks of my mana bar, to get the same amount, if not just only a little more damage than I could get just by spamming this? Like, why wouldn't I just always do this? You know? Why wouldn't I? I don't understand. I mean, I've heard arguments where, oh, this is unsafe, you're gonna get peeled anyway, or something like that. I'm gonna get peeled if I just did the combo that I did right there. Because outside of Lightning having red armor and maybe Ice Wall having a little bit of some counterplay to peel, I don't, like, and peeling is less of a priority nowadays anyway, so why wouldn't I just go for that? Like, there's no reason to go for unique combos. And I want to show this. Honestly, I think Canon has it even easier. They did a great job with making Canon very easy for new players to play, because there's not much to it. Now again, my Canon is only level 3, so I don't have the basic attack power increase. So any damage you see me doing, you can do more of when your Canon reaches level 4 and level 5. So let's take a look at this really, really, really easy combo, and let's see how much damage it does. I actually messed up there. Hold up. Apparently I'm not spamming it fast enough. So that did around 7,300 damage, and you can expect that with the basic attack power increase, that would do over 8,000, maybe up to 9,000, who knows. And then maybe slap in some crit rate there or something, I don't know. And so essentially, that becomes, it ends up doing the same amount of damage as my R&B spam on Witch did, and it ends up doing around the same amount of damage as my Witch combo did, my more complicated Witch combo. And in this case, I'd argue this is even better than the fireball spam, because first of all, it's not nearly as hard because you don't have to like turn your camera or anything. You just have to aim at the opponent and just spam right click. And what makes it better is you get red armor. You're completely immune to a breaker. You are completely immune to a breaker coming up in WWL and being you. They have to shift attack instead, in which case you can just shift away because Cannon has one of the longest shifts in the game. So it's sort of just crazy. I mean, literally that RMB, 3 RMBs did the same amount of damage as a full burst. Okay, so that did like 1,000 more. So I used, you know, 3 mana bars and 3 cannons to do the same amount of damage as I did with all my cannons and no mana bars. And you can even like mix it up. Like you can add slugshot in there. You can do 1 R&B loop and then you can use slugshot and then you can use full burst. I mean, you can literally do something where you do like maybe 1 and then 2 and then you go for full burst. Now, that didn't actually that would work in a real game, but the AI tech's faster, but that would at most do 10,000 damage, to be honest. It scales super hard, so I mean, yeah, it's not great. They ruined any reason to do a difficult combo, and to be honest, they just encouraged Pokemon anymore because why would it, like, is it worth it to do the same amount of damage that you could do just by poking? I mean, I could argue that this combo on Cannon is just a poke combo. Like, nothing about this is really that, like, this is basically poking at this point. I'm not approaching the enemy at all. I just did 6k. I'm not approaching the enemy. Look at how far I am away from him. I'm not approaching the enemy. I would barely even call this a combo, but the fact that it is, and the fact that, to be honest, it's a pretty optimal thing to do outside of getting a full burst in there, which cooldowns are going to be increased anyway, so when your full burst is on cooldown, I don't know why you wouldn't do this. It just doesn't make sense to me. And so I really hope that they try to, you know, probably revert some of the changes, especially when it comes to the combo limit meter. I thought it was going to be something that you would see in the regular fighting games where it's like it's based off on the amount of hits that you deal. It's not even based on that. It is a timer. It is a timer. And when the timer starts ticking, people are trying to figure out how am I going to do as much damage as possible. There is no reason to play, or there is no reason to combo with Breaker. So the blow system essentially becomes useless because of that. There is absolutely no reason to utilize the blow system. There is no reason to use breakers in a combo. And to be honest, there isn't really even a reason to play neutral at all when you can just get the same amount of damage as poke. Because one of the things is peeling is still a thing in this game. And now I have to worry about the enemy peeling when I'm doing a combo, and I have to worry about the timer that is ticking above the enemy's forehead, the enemy's head that I'm currently comboing. So if I catch somebody in neutral just to get peeled immediately, then all that work that I did was for nothing. If I stun hit somebody and then immediately get stopped or I have to retreat, that stun hit is now on cooldown for like 20-30 seconds. And that's, you know, 20-30 seconds I'm now going to spend pretty much running until it goes back off cooldown because it's such a good skill. There is not a single command in this game, I think, outside of Hammer R&B and Scythe R&B that is actually worth using in neutral, just because of the fact that poking is better and breakers aren't really going to be able to contest with it, I feel like, in this new meta. So it's just poke galore. And now there's not even a timer in deathmatch, and instead a bubble comes in and you get to play survival and conquest tactics where you just hit people out the bubble and storm slash them while the bubble deals more damage than you actually could with your own combo. I mean, it's just crazy to me that they even did that. And again, the bubble doesn't keep getting smaller. It does stop. And it stops at a part where, or it stops at a space that is still big enough for anybody to run, and still big enough for pokes to happen. It's just, it is really sad, in my opinion. But anyway, I'll see you.